Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to it's Karina. Welcome to Life of a Mermaid. Um, so it's like seven something. So obviously just woke up about an hour ago or so, give or take. So I'm just doing my stuff right now. Kind of feeling a little energetic. So I'm going with the energy and using it while it's there. So I'm just kind of doing my morning routine. Once I'm done here, I'm gonna clean. Do my stuff. And I actually have a list I'm working on, so I'm gonna go through that, write some letters, do all that stuff. Um, but yeah, so a lot happened last night, and a lot happened. Well, not a lot this morning, just because it's still early, but a lot's been kind of going on. But before I really go into it, I want to just remind everyone to please go vote. It is November 6th. It is election day. Please, please, please go vote. It is so important right now. Everything going on. Please go vote. We completed our ballot last night because we do mail-in vote. But we're dropping them off today. But as you can see, I can't reach. There goes my sticker. I think you can see it. There it is. So please go vote. That was courtesy of Sal. He put it on my boot on my cast. But yeah, please go vote. Again, it is so important. I mean, any election is important, but I think now more than ever, we saw what happened last election. So again, please, please, please go vote. All right. So yesterday, I know I recorded my video. Again, I was writing letters, getting things organized. I ended up, I showered and stuff, and I ended up taking like a 2 hour nap, which felt so good. Like I said, I mean, I was telling my friends last night, I was like, I'm like a fucking old lady. Like, I will lay down and I'll just knock out. Like, but I think it's, again, my body. Like, I mean, even now, like, I still wake up early. I do my stuff, and then I think it's just my body. Like, okay, like, let's rest a little. Um, so I know it's just my body kind of like, needing sleep and stuff like that. So, yes, I took a 2 hour nap. That felt great. I got dressed, whatever. My friend came to pick me up. We met up at Chipotle. That was really nice. Like, I hadn't seen him in a while. We're supposed to hang out like 2 weeks ago, but then, my incident happened, and, it was like we were supposed to hang out that Monday. It happened that Sunday, and, I was just like not in a good place, just physically, emotionally. So we rescheduled, and then the week after, like I said, I had plans with my in-laws. So we're gonna go, for my mother-in-law's birthday. So it just kind of didn't work out. So we finally saw each other this week. Again, it was so good seeing them. Like, it's that type of friendship that no matter the time or space, in between all of that, in between like the last time that we saw each other, it's still like it feels, like no time has passed. Like, I mean, it'll be like, oh, like we just saw each other 2 hours ago. Type of feeling. Like it's just like we, just the instant connection. Like it's just like no time has passed. Um, so it was really nice just kind of seeing them again. We always just joke around and make the most inappropriate jokes, like inappropriate. We can make any situation, silly and fun, and so I think that's definitely what I needed. Like I was, so I was like, how was it? And I was telling him, I was like, it felt great. I was like, not just seeing them, but I was like, to be able to like, I was like, to be out, to feel like a normal fucking human being. I was like, to be out and about and be living life and stuff like that. And, that felt great. We just went to Chipotle and stuff, nothing fancy, but we all love Chipotle. That's probably like our favorite place. Um, so we did that, and then afterwards, Miguel, my friend's boyfriend, wanted Yogurtland, so we went across the street to the mall, because that's the only one nearest to us, and we went there, and so that was fun. Again, we're just all kind of joking and stuff like that. So it was really fun. Definitely what I needed. Just to laugh and to feel like human again. And I mean, one thing that came up too, though, is just, because I haven't, I mean, it's been a while since we've seen each other, but it's like, we've texted here and there. We've texted pretty much every day or every other day, and, but it's like, we hadn't, like, really talked about what happened. So, kind of telling them and, reliving the whole experience definitely got me super emotional. It brought up again all of those emotions, the negative that kind of came up with what happened and stuff like that, because it's, I'm kind of reliving it. And, I know that I do, there is some PTSD related to what happened, some post-traumatic stress disorder. Like, I'm not a therapist yet. But it's like I know enough and I know myself to know that there is obviously some trauma related to that, like I said, I know that I am fearful of the beach at this point, that I know that so there is some leftover emotions and some leftover, just things from everything that happened and stuff like that. So kind of just reliving it, again, obviously they were upset and, they have their own opinion and conversations about what happened. Um, and I had told them, I was like, yeah, like, this is where Sal's at, this is what's going on with him and about the current situation. So they pretty much like completely understood where he's coming from and are basically like on the same boat that he is. And then, they kind of take a step back and they're like, oh, like, we're sorry. Like, we know you're here trying to stay positive. We're probably just like taking you back and, reliving all the negative emotions. And I was telling them, no, it's like, I mean, it's like it is emotional kind of just talking about it again. And as if because I'm reliving it. And like I said, I still have some leftover, like tension or whatever you want to call it about like the beach and everything that happened. It's like I'm still kind of processing and working through it. But I was like I'm realizing with Sal, like I was like, everyone's entitled to their own, not opinions, but I was like, everyone's gonna go through their own process and everyone's gonna, heal in their own way. And I was like, and at this point, I was like, I'm just coming from a place of appreciation, where it just, shows me that you guys love me and care about me so much, that the fact that me being in pain or me being, going through something causes, you to be upset. I was like, so that's where I'm coming from with it. So it's like, I mean, you guys are entitled, to your emotions, and you're entitled to, like your breakdown with my situation and, your experience. And, I was like, I'm just coming from a place of appreciation, and again, I'm understanding and letting go that it's like you guys and Sal and, everyone that loves me and is in my life, I was like, has to go through their own process. And that, no matter where they're at, it's not gonna affect where I'm at and vice versa, just because I'm in a better place with it, I was like, doesn't mean that everyone else should too. We're all gonna go through our own process and, you know, feel it in our own way and stuff like that. So I was like, that's where I'm at. Like, I was like, I'm not putting that, oh no, because I'm okay, you have to be okay, or, because you're not okay, then I'm not okay. No, it's like, we're all going to go through our own process, and that, I'm learning to accept that and surrender to that, and, that it's okay and it is what it is. Um, so yeah, so I mean, like I said, it was emotional just kind of going over everything again. But as we were talking, like I was telling them, like I don't regret it. Like, yeah, do I wish my fucking ankle wasn't fractured? Yes, of course. Like, is it making life a little bit more difficult? Yeah. But like I was telling them, like even with the ankle, like, I was like, I've learned so much about myself. I've learned just how courageous I am, how much strength I have, how brave I am. I've learned how much pain physically and mentally I can put up with. I was like I was telling them, I was like, I'm able to fully see again all the love and support that I do have around me. My relationships, again, me and Sal, it's gotten, I think, both of us in a very vulnerable place. And, so we're able to just really just connect with each other and, have conversations that, we probably wouldn't be having had and not be in the situation, again, my in-laws, my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law, it gave me that push, again, I was already there where I wanted to. Again, I just didn't know where to start. And this gave us, open the door to like, okay, this is where you can start. Um, So again, like it's, like I was telling them, I don't regret it. I wouldn't change it just because again, so much has come out of all of this, and yeah, I mean, and then like I was telling them, like as far as like the beach and all that stuff, yeah, there's still some fear around the beach, but like I said, I realize again just physically like how much I can do, and that I finished the whole workout because I was kind of talking to them, a little bit about it and stuff like that. And I was telling them like, yeah, like, I finished last, but I was like, it was, again, you can call it circumstance, call it what you want, but it's like, to me, it's facts and it's the reality, I was like, I don't fucking train at the beach. I don't, I was like, I wasn't running in fucking sand. I've been running in, treadmill and land. And I was like, I don't know about you. I was like, but my gym doesn't fucking have sand. So it's like, so I know that, I was like, if we would have run in pavement, I was like, I know that I would have done better. I was like, I'm not gonna sit there and tell you like, oh yeah, I would have fucking finished first place because I know I wouldn't, but I know that I would have definitely not been last. But I was telling them, I was like, I could have easily given up. I could have easily said, fuck this shit. Like, I'm done, but I didn't, I was like, I went through it. I finished, even, yeah, emotions and conversations were coming up about me, being lost. But then I was like, no, fuck that. Like, you're over 200 something pounds. Like, it's fucking Sam. Like, you're doing your best. You haven't given up. You're still going. Like, it feels like your fucking heart's about to fucking burst and you're gonna pass the fuck out, but yet you're still fucking here. And I was kind of telling them that, and yeah, they're like, fuck that, I would have fucking left. And, like, so that just kind of like, I think reinforced again, like, that I did it. So I was telling them, yeah, like, doing the workout, again, there was like, we had an exercise, where, it's like I talked to my inner child, and I was like, that was huge, just realizing, like what I've been doing to her and where she was at, I was like, that, she told me she misses people and she misses fun. And I was like, that was like hard to hear. That was, um, like I guess I've always kind of known it, but again, just to see her in so much pain and to see her saying, hey, I miss this. This is what I want. This is what I need. It was just like, fuck. Like, and to think I'm doing this to her. I'm putting her in that situation. I'm hurting her. So, I was sharing that with them. And again, the biggest thing too, like, realizing that because of, the trauma that I've experienced as a child, and that, I thought I had already let that go. But, in that exercise, like, I realized that I was holding resentment towards my parents, that I felt they couldn't protect me, and that, I was still upset at them because of that. And it's like because of that, I realized that I don't trust people, or it's hard for me to trust people, up until now, because it's been like, well, if my parents couldn't protect me, what makes me think you'll be able to protect me? What makes me think you're going to keep me safe? So I was telling them that, and, so again, like I was telling them, I was like, all these things came out from the beach, from the injuries. So I was like, yeah, like, I mean, as much as, it sucks sometimes, I was like, I wouldn't, yeah, like, I wouldn't change it, because, I know it's made me realize all these things, and it has made me stronger. So, I mean, that's kind of where I'm at. And then, like I said, I got home, I was talking to Sal, and, he's still upset. Um, so he's still kind of going through it, but like I said, he needs to go through his own process, and I need to go through mine. So I'm not stopping him. Like, we talked about it, and I told him how I felt, and I was like, look, if he wants to call, and I told him personally, like, I was like, I don't want you to call. Like, if I have a choice in the saying, and you're asking me where I stand in this, I was like, I don't want you to call. I just, at this point, like I was telling him, I was like, I'm moving forward. I'm trying to, I'm working on healing, and just, putting that, in a sense, putting that behind me. I was like, and I was like, just given the circumstances, given the situation, I was like, I have a general idea. Again, I don't can predict the future and stuff like that, but I was like, I have a general idea of where they might be coming from or what they might say. And because of that, that's why I don't think there's really a point, But I was like, on the other end, I was like, I understand that this is part of your process. This is how you're healing. This is how you're dealing with it. This is how you're coping. I was like, and I understand that it has nothing to do with me per se. Like, this is something that you need to do for you, and because of your views and you want to protect me. That's what you need to do to protect me. And I was like, and I get that. So so I was like, if you need to call, then I say go for it. Like, I support you 100%. And I was like, and also, I was like, I'm coming from a place of appreciation, where I was like, again, the fact that I know that's how much you care about me, that you're willing to, fight for me. I was like, not physically, which I know you would, but I was like, not physically in this situation. But I was like, that you're willing to do, go through all that trouble and do all that for me. Um, so I was like, I was like, I do appreciate it. I do see, like what you're doing. And I was like, and it means the world to me, because again, it shows how much you care about me and how much you're willing to do and how, how far you would go. And, it's like, so it's like, I do appreciate it. I see you, I hear you, and I see that. And I was like, and it melts my heart. I was like, it means the world to me. Like, I'm just so blessed to have a man in my life that cares so much about me. Um, like I was telling my mom on Sunday, he was so tired. Like I said, I ended up taking a fucking 4 hour nap. And, he ended up going to the market and he hates the fucking market. Like, I mean, if you guys know him, he hates the market. Usually, we take turns. And I usually, when it's his week, I would go just because I know he hates it. Um, so yeah, like, he went to the market, and it may seem like something small, but I know for him, like, that's huge. And I'm sorry, I'm fucking emotional again. Um, for him, that's huge. So I was telling my mom, I was like, yeah, because he went to her room, take a nap because he's just so tired. And I was like, babe, like, go take a nap, go rest. And he's like, okay, like, I'll do an hour. I was like, yeah, just go, I was like, you're fine, just go take a nap. So he went, and my mom was like, oh, where'd he go? And I was like, she's like, in my room, or is he in the restroom? And I was like, no, he's in your room. I was like, you want to go take a nap? And I was like, he's just really tired. I was like, he's been doing so much for me right now. Um, I was like, today I was like, we were cleaning, I was like, he's been helping me out. Um, I was like, he went to the market. I was like, I laid down. I was like, I knocked out. I was like, so I went to the market and stuff. And I was like, he's just tired. And she's, like, you could see like her heart melt. And she's like, oh, she's like, me and Jessica. She's like, you and Jessica have such really good men. She's like, oh my gosh, like, he's amazing. He's a great man. Like, she's like, take care of him. And I was just like, rolling my eyes. I was like, I know, mom. But yeah, like, and I was like, I know, mom. And I was like, and I do. Um, like I said, I'm beyond grateful and beyond appreciative for him. Like, he's my best friend. He's, my therapist, my confidant, my, partner in crime. My partner for life. Like, he's everything. Like, he's, my cheerleader. He's like my personal comedian. Like, right now he's my fucking Uber driver. Like, I mean, we've been, he's a big part of my life and a big part of my world, big part of my heart. He's an amazing man, and I'm beyond grateful and blessed and appreciative of him and who he is, and, what he does for me, and, what he is for me as well, and stuff like that. And, um, yeah, so this morning, I mean, again, I'm feeling just blessed, and just grateful. Um, like I said, I know he has to do what he needs to do for himself, and I get to do what I need to do for myself, which, like I was telling them, I was like, I'm focusing on the conversations that empower me. I'm focusing on what's gonna keep me going, what's gonna push me forward, and push me through all of this. And like I said, as the day gets closer, I'm a little bit more nervous about surgery, but then again, I keep thinking like, okay, this is for, my own good. This is what I need. It's gonna help me. And like I was teasing, we were talking about it last night. They're like, oh, so you're gonna be part robot, and then Austin was like, oh, is like your leg gonna clink? You're gonna go like clink, clink every time you step, and I was like, shut the fuck up. I was like, no. And he's like, can they please put a bell in there so you can like hear you every time you're coming, or you can do like jingle bells. And I was like, how about you go fucking fracture your ankle, and they put a fucking bell in your fucking ankle, and we're laughing. I was like, no, I was like, none of that. I was like, but I did hear that, I was like, there's a side effect. I was like, where like randomly out of nowhere you just be like, I'm a robot, and just starts laughing. He's like, oh my God, can you please? And I was like, yeah. So again, seeing the light in all of this and being able to laugh at myself and laugh at the situation and find the humor and find, things to just keep me going. So that's where I'm at. Like I said, today's another busy day. Have some things I'm gonna work on. I'm gonna clean, shower, and then again I want to work on my letters and work on my list. Um, and yeah. And then tonight we're gonna go boat, and then we're gonna go. I want to go to the Dollar Tree to get some stuff that I need. But yeah. Other than that, like I said, I'm feeling great. I don't know. Like lately, I mean, I'm a very emotional person. Like if you know me, you already know this about me. Like I can cry. Like any little fucking thing will make me cry. I mean, we've even watched like fucking comedies and like I still fucking cry. Like that I'm just that fucking person. Like, I will cry in anything. But I don't know, like lately, like, these past couple weeks, like I've been more fucking emotional than ever. Like I don't know what it fucking is, but I've been like super fucking emotional. Like I mean a lot more than usual. Um so yeah, so I don't know, but I mean that's who I am. I'm just embracing it. It is what it is. Soy la llorona. Who fucking cares? But yeah. But again, I will again thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for your messages and just everything in general. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys tomorrow.